One Piece is full of epic power-ups that take characters to the next level. From Luffy mastering Gear 3rd and 4th, to Nami teaming up with her sentient Klima-tacked Cloud, and Saabo awakening the Flame Fruit's full potential, the Straw Hats aren't the only ones getting stronger. Even villains get insane boosts, like Blackbeard's ability to wield 2 devil fruits. Here are 15 most impressive power-ups that make you wanna watch again. Number 15. Gecko Moria's Shadow Asgard. Moria controls shadows in order to create obedient zombie servants. Defeating him is the only way for everyone to get their shadows back, something they need in order to survive outside of total darkness. Just as it seems like Luffy might be able to make it happen, Moria uses Shadow Asgard, a move that involves sucking up 1,000 shadows, devouring the zombies while increasing his own size and strength. This makes it hard for him to control his body, which provides Luffy with an opportunity to defeat him, but it still makes him a formidable foe. Number 14. Luffy's Gear 3. By blowing air into his bones, Luffy is able to inflate any body part he chooses to gigantic proportions. By doing this, he increased the range and strength of his attacks. At first, this uses up so much energy that he turns into a tiny version of himself afterward, but after the time skip he's able to use Gear 3 without those consequences. Because he can inflate any part of his body, he can perform countless iterations of the move. One of the more recent, and impressive, versions is Rubber Inferno Pistol, which involves infusing his moves with Haki in order to generate flames. Number 13. Brook's Soul Parade. Brook has never been the greatest fighter, but there are moments where he really gets to shine. When he uses Soul Parade, it's one of those times. Soul Parade is a defensive move that involves blocking attacks with Soul Solid, his sword. His sword then freezes anything it touches. He first uses this move against Sheepshead, a member of the Beast's Pirates. Number 12. Sanji's Sky Walk. Sanji has always been fast, and he's always relied on his legs to carry him through just about every situation. But during the time skip, Sanji develops a technique that takes that tendency to another level. Using his own version of a Rokushiki technique called Geppo, Sanji is able to jump so high that he appears to be walking on air. He first uses this move in order to escape from the Sea Urchin Armor Spine squad. Number 11. Usopp's Snipe in Dressrosa. Usopp has always been a skilled sniper, but in Dressrosa he takes it to another level. He manages to land a shot on Sugar despite being across the city from her. Not only does it require extreme physical strength to launch anything with enough force to send it that far, it also requires incredible sensory prowess to know where she is and aim it properly. Usopp doesn't normally have that sort of extrasensory power, so how does he do it? By awakening his ability to use Haki, which dramatically enhances his powers of observation. Before we move on further, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I get so much motivation for each like. Number 10. Nekomamushi's Sulong form. Like any other member of the Mink tribe, Nekomamushi can access his Sulong form by looking at the full moon. This form amps up his speed, strength, agility, and overall fighting prowess, plus it dramatically increases the power of his electro ability. Staying in this form for too long can cause physical strain, but as long as he reverts back in time, it's an enormous boon. Number 9. Chopper's Monster Point. As a doctor, Chopper focuses most of his energy on healing, but he does use science to help him fight. Chopper created a drug called the Rumble Ball, which grants him several different transformations, such as Arm Point, which bulks up his arm muscles, and Horn Point, which increases the size and strength of his antlers. Rumble Balls are safe if he only takes one every 6 hours. If he takes 2, he gains 2 transformations, but he can't control what they are. If he takes 3, he achieves Monster Point, a form where he's far stronger and larger than usual. The downside is that he goes into Berserker mode and may end up hurting his friends. After the time skip, he gains the ability to access Monster Point with just one Rumble Ball, and to control himself while in the form. Number 8. Carrot's Sulong form. By looking at the full moon, Carrot can access her Sulong form. This increases her speed, agility, strength, and fighting prowess, and heightens the power of her electro. This made her powerful enough to rip out the helm of Charlotte Daifuku's ship and knock out multiple members of the Charlotte family at once. Besides all the strength it gives her, it also makes her elegant and graceful. She can glide great distances, which is useful in combat. Number 7. Blackbeard eats the Tremor-Tremor fruit. Allegedly, you can't eat more than one devil fruit or the devils contained within them will destroy each other and take their hosts down too. But there is one exception to this rule, Blackbeard. Blackbeard already possessed the dark fruit, which let him control darkness itself. After ending Whitebeard and devouring his Tremor-Tremor fruit, he gains the ability to create and control earthquakes. The fact that he even survived eating 2 devil fruits is terrifying enough, but his new power boost makes him infinitely more frightening. Number 6. Saabo eats the Flame fruit. After the tournament at Kurita Coliseum, Saabo gets his hands on the Flame fruit that once belonged to his brother Ace. Despite having no experience with the fruit's powers, he's immediately able to use Fire Fist and a whole host of other flame-based techniques. That doesn't just take strength, it takes brain power. Number 5. Nami gains Zeus powers. Zeus was originally one of Big Mom's homies. At first, Nami captured him and stored him in her Klima Tact. She was able to use his power to enhance her lightning attacks, but she soon lost control over him when Big Mom reclaimed him. But it wasn't long before Big Mom created Hera and abandoned Zeus. Nami assumed that Zeus was destroyed after that, but he ended up right back in her Klima Tact. Now that Zeus was there by choice, Nami could not only enhance her lightning attacks, but she could also have Zeus enter the clouds and control the lightning more effectively. He can also turn into weapons like maces. Number 4. Nico Robin's Demonio Fleur. Demonio Fleur is similar to another technique called Gigante Fleur. She creates a massive clone of her upper body and has it restrain and crush her opponents. But Demonio Fleur is unique in that it looks like a literal demon. This destabilizes the opponent and makes it harder for them to think of a good strategy to fight back. Not only that, but the extra limbs and wings give her extra mobility. Number 3. Luffy's Gear 4 Snakeman. Gear 4 works similarly to Gear 3, except that it also involves coating his body in Haki. His first two forms, Boundman and Tankman, offer incredible defensive abilities and raw brute strength, but they don't offer agility. Using Snakeman, Luffy isn't nearly as bulky. What's more, the form lets him constantly increase his attack speed the longer they're active, making it really difficult for even the fastest of foes to dodge. Number 2. Zoro's Conqueror's Haki. In exchange for giving up Shisui, one of Wano's national treasures, Zoro receives Enma, one of the 21 great swords. This dangerous sword is said to harness the powers of hell itself. Only the greatest swordsman can use it without perishing, because it drains the Haki from its user's body. Zoro spends a long time training with Enma, but it's only when he's up against King that he finally understands how to use it. By letting the sword suck up as much Haki as it wants, he's able to fight using an incredible burst of Conqueror's Haki. Though he can only fight for a few minutes, the power boost is enough to help him defeat King. Before moving on to number 1, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more One Piece content. Number 1. Luffy's Gear 5. Luffy himself refers to Gear 5 as his peak, and it's hard to argue with him considering the insane power that it comes with. Gear 5 not only allows him to use Gear 3 and Gear 4 without limitations, but it also enhances the abilities of his rubber-like body. He's also able to turn things around him into rubber and use that to his advantage when he attacks. He's able to quickly recover from damage and heal himself with Gear 5 as well. Luffy's abilities with Gear 5 are limited only to what he can come up with, which is a lot. His creativity knows no bounds, meaning that the possibilities of this power-up are just as endless.